It's time!
Yes, indeed, it is time once again. Good morning, Detroit. Good morning to everybody all across the world listening, watching, however you're digesting this new edition of Speak Your Piece, coming to you live from Cave Radio Broadcasting, crbradio.com. And again, of course, as always, make sure that you are following us on your social media platforms, the Speak Your Piece page. Again, following us on Facebook, Instagram, and the YouTube channel as well. My name is Eric Guzman, sitting alongside this week, as always, on my co-hosts Jeremy, Brian, and Evan Hoy. Evan, we got you on a back-to-back week now, so maybe the streak will
no longer Mr. In and Out.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't hold your breath.
I know. I never do.
Don't hold your breath. You have to be here for a while.
Okay. With that being said, gentlemen, good to see you all again. For those listening on the, well, not that they have to. We had some technical difficulties here in a little while ago, but we're here, we're up running, so it may be a little bit of a shorter episode only because of those technical difficulties. But, gentlemen, how are we doing this week? How's everyone's live stream them so far? Jeremy, I'll start off with you. How's life treating you as of recently? You look tired.
I am super tired.
No emotion at all.
I am super tired. You know, it's all about that work.
Having Drake 2016 flashbacks here?
Oh, yeah.
Great conversation off air, by the way, while we were figuring this out.
We should definitely continue that on air.
No, we can definitely do that in a little bit as the end of the show comes along. We have some things to address and get into as well, but yeah, we can definitely get into that.
I gotta tell you guys something that happened this week.
Somebody else got fired.
No one else got fired.
I did ask him about that off air. And,
wait, my bad. Hold on.
Apparently,
Wait, somebody calling in?
No, that was our outro. I forgot to
crap.
actually stop it.
Yeah, so Evan was asking me about my man that got fired last week.
Oh, did you find the details out?
No further details, just all I know is that he got some bad comments and views from a couple people. So I guess he was rubbing people the wrong way, kind of pissing some people off.
Damn, I guess they take that customer service shit pretty seriously nowadays.
Maybe pissed off the wrong
person. Yeah, and then that ended up happening. So that's all the information I got. Everyone's keeping it under wraps and not really saying
keeping it
anything.
hush hush.
But something happened this week where I felt super old.
Okay.
So I'm at work. One of the team members on the team that I'm on, I had to explain to them what a Razor flip phone was.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
I was, because me and this guy were having a conversation, and she jumped in and was like, what's a Razor flip phone? What's a Razor phone?
I was surprised someone asked what's a flip phone. But nowadays, with all the new flip phones, never mind. Keep going, Jim.
She literally, a phone that flips nowadays? We're like, hell yeah.
She literally asks, what's a Razor flip phone? I'm like, what? She's like, wait, is that the one where you could hit the side of it and you could talk to someone in another room?
The chirp?
Like, no, that's not.
She went way back further.
Well, no, that was technically after. It was around the same time.
No, the Nextel chirp was before the Razor.
That was
The
before.
Nextel chirp was before the Razor.
I remember the Razor was still around. Razor was around the late 90s, early 2000s, and Chirp came around
Chirp was before.
Chirp was
You sure?
Yeah, Chirp was before
100%, because when that Razor came out, it was
bright pink as fuck.
It was bright pink. The Razor came out, and then what was the Sidekick?
The Sidekick. I remember having that one, yeah.
Oh, I never had the Sidekick.
I always wanted the Sidekick, but never had one.
Then she said, oh yeah, I had the Sidekick, the one that slid up. Not the one that swung over the screen, popped over, so she didn't have the first one. She got the one that
was the best one, though.
That was the best one.
You felt like you were in Power Rangers or something when you opened up that phone.
Yeah, for real.
Hell yeah.
I mean, listen.
I felt old as fuck, man.
I feel like we've all have had that moment. Haven't you had to have a moment where you had to explain something like that to somebody? I know at one point in time I had to explain, payphones to somebody. And somebody was like, wait a minute, dude, what's a payphone? It was for a customer that I worked at one of my other stores. And, I mean, it's a kid,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But even still, having to go through that emotion, you don't even know what the fucking struggle was. To have to back in the day when people used to actually have to carry change in case you had to make a phone call,
oh man,
fuck no.
Oh, you gotta wait for your mom at the payphone to come get you.
Yes,
like that. Yep. I know. Yeah, I'll agree with you guys. There was this one time I was talking with my brother-in-law, and I was talking about AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh my God,
Ooh,
AIM.
Yeah, AIM. Yep. I was talking about that with
The
him. He's
origin of the chat rooms.
Like, yeah, he's
AIM
like,
used to be the shit back in the day.
yeah.
AIM used to get you in trouble too.
Facts,
Yeah.
big facts. And he's like, you guys actually did that? I'm like, yeah, I did. Another time was when I had to explain what a VHS was to, I forget who I was talking to. I think it was one of my cousins. And they were, they were in their teens and like this VHS player. Like, what's that? I'm like,
This is how we used to watch
I was
videos.
What's
like-
that?
I was like, you did not know the pain having to rewind.
Oh my God.
Great.
Or dial up. You couldn't be on the phone when you were on the internet.
Nope.
Unless you had 2 phone lines.
Unless you had two phones.
Unless you had 2 phone lines. Yep.
Yep.
I remember that one. I actually remember, now that you mentioned the VHS thing, we used to have it in, again, you talk about the pain, because remember, fucking Blockbuster used to always have the sticker, please be kind and rewind.
Yep.
Yep. So I never knew what the hell that meant, because obviously, you figure, all right, you're done with the movie, I put that shit back in. Apparently, we got fined a couple times at Blockbuster. They used to
For real?
yeah, they used to notate on your account like you forgot to rewind the tape.
I didn't know they find you.
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, I
It's
knew
probably
they
like $1 or
fined
something.
you, but like I didn't think it was like serious.
No, it's
So,
not.
like,
It's nothing super like ridiculous. It's like how what it is like with a late fee. It was like $1 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like charging you a late fee. And yes, late fees for a fucking movie rental store before Netflix and streaming was around. Oh my God, my father used to be bad.
Or Netflix. You had to mail in DVDs for Netflix.
Yep, I remember
Yes,
that one
Netflix
too.
was
Yeah,
not
it was stupid.
streaming.
Yep.
We're totally dating ourselves here. But,
No, that's cool.
but you know
Let
what?
these
Let these young people know.
Exactly.
But you know what I miss? I truly miss Blockbuster. I wish there was a way that we can have a modern day Blockbuster. I know it would not survive.
It's
I've
called
Yeah,
Redbox.
Oh, Redbox is like
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it kind of is
it kind of is in a way, but I'm talking like the whole store.
Like where it's all just laid out. For
It's
you to
just
go
laid
up and
out
down
for you.
an
I
aisle.
wish there was a way that
streaming killed everything.
Streaming
so,
did kill
yeah,
everything.
streaming killed all that. Blockbuster late fees. But anyways, back to my initial point. My dad used to after being fined for a couple of like the late or the no rewinds, we went out and bought a tape rewounder. So
Oh,
you literally
yeah.
put the VHS in the tape when you're done. Fucking close close the lid on that bitch, and it was just and like bro, and legit 5 seconds.
The fact that you had to
A
buy like a
brilliant
tape
idea,
rewinder,
But a lot of people started doing that though.
yeah, that's true.
The pain of like when you put your favorite movie on and the next thing you know it's at the very end. Now I gotta wait for this bitch to rewind. And, Yep.
Then you didn't want to fuck up your VHS if you hit the rewind so much, like
Yep.
fucking tape will come out. So,
Even cassette tapes too.
oh yeah.
Listen, wait a minute. We were talking about this. Okay, Henry put something on there. Our buddy Henry on Facebook put something about the
About
DVDs.
the burnt CDs, and then you had the playlist written on it.
Oh yeah, you get
Yeah.
right on
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the original playlist. But don't forget, back in the day, before even CDs came around, having to record every song on a cassette player,
Over the radio.
bro. I did that shit once. It was an hour and a half of me just trying to damn, I gotta wait for the song to come around in the next hour.
Oh my
Stop,
god.
record.
Yeah,
I can't go back to that day.
that shit was brutal.
I thought LimeWire was bad, fucking up your computer.
I think the next one was Frostwire, and
Frostwire didn't last long.
Yeah, Frostwire didn't last
So
long.
after
I don't remember
LimeWire shut down, everyone said it was LimeWire, just rebranded and they changed it to Frostwire. It didn't last that long because you started getting bullshit on top of bullshit.
I hated downloading the songs, and it's like had the DJ's tag in it. And everything.
That's how I helped remember songs. It was like, I felt like I had an exclusive. Like, this is the DJ Drama one.
Yeah.
DJ Clue.
Right, exactly.
During the midway in the song, you're like, I don't want to hear that shit right now.
And then you get to the album, and it's like, how come I don't hear DJ Clue?
Yeah, right? Fucking nuts, man. Good times, though. Good times.
Good times. Yeah, you young folks, you young kids, y'all don't know.
You guys got it easy.
Y'all have no idea. All right. So we have some things to get to here. We are going to start off with a little bit of sad news here, and I just want to kind of not necessarily just knock this one out the park, but, I don't like to focus on sad things, in the middle of the show. But last week, as soon as we left, shortly after we left, I'd probably say about an hour, maybe half hour after we left, we got the unfortunate news of NFL quarterback Dwayne Haskins at the age of 24 passing away in a car accident. Multiple stories came out at first in regards to what it was initially, but I believe the final report was that he did pass away in a car accident after being clipped by a dumpster truck and going down the road. So Dwayne Haskins again, Ohio State quarterback, led that team to the championship. Was, I believe, the number 7 overall pick in the 2018 draft. Was drafted to the Washington at that point in time. We'll just call it the Washington football team. Now the Commanders. I don't like speaking on that former name. After that point in time, Dwayne Haskins was released and picked up by the Pittsburgh Steelers as a backup quarterback. Had potential, and I forgot he was still on that roster when we were talking about free agencies, because we were talking about Mitchell Trubisky. But we also, again, that's a neglected aspect on my part, forgetting that Dwayne Haskins was still part of that team as well. Also, so again, the sad to see the loss of 24-year-old Dwayne Haskins. Gentlemen, your guys' initial reaction when the story came out, when it first happened. I know, Evan, I think you're the one who sent it to us as well.
No,
or was it Jeremy?
Yeah, I think it was Jeremy.
Jeremy may have sent it.
Screenshot it. And then right after that, I saw it on Bleacher Report.
Yeah. Your initial reaction into the reports of the passing of Dwayne Haskins?
It's sad, man. He was only 24 years old. He was a kid, and he had such, he had such potential in life to go places, and it's just really sad to see how life is so short. And obviously we don't know these NFL players. We don't know Dwayne Haskins, but it just it was a reminder of something. Life is so fragile.
Super.
So if you were thinking about contacting family members that you haven't talked to, do it, because you never know when that person will be taken away from you, and you don't want to live with those regrets. So rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins, and my heart goes out to him and his family. And was he married?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Actually, I don't know.
I think he was married. So respects to his wife as well. So that's got to be gut wrenching, especially for his teammates.
Yeah, it's really sad that this is happening right now. I mean, 24 years old, man, super young. I just really want to know what they were all down in. I believe it was Miami.
Yeah, they said
Miami.
South Florida.
Yeah,
it was.
I don't know what they were all down there doing, because I know he was with Mason Rudolph, the tight end for the Steelers as well too. I believe Najee Harris was down there as well too.
Yeah, the last video was Dwayne filming Najee Harris' outfit or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know how this whole highway incident happened. There's so many questions that I'm just like, I don't know what happened. I need more information, but as you guys said, it's truly sad that young life is just gone now. 24 years old. I mean, he had so much potential. So.
Again, prayers out to the Haskins family and all matters. I know the teams that he's played for. We mentioned the Commanders, the Steelers, even the Ohio State family as well. Also, which looking at it for what it is. Yes, here's a Michigan thing. We try not to talk about Ohio State, but again, just what Dwayne Haskins did on the field for that team as well. Also, is something that needs to be recognized. I know. Coach Day spoke out on it as well. Also, I believe they are made him the honorary captain at their spring exhibition game this year as well. Also, so we do want to take a moment of silence here to go ahead and honor Dwayne Haskins. So we're going to do that here as well. So a moment of silence for Dwayne Haskins. Thank you, guys. Again, I know it's a brief moment of silence, but we do have some things to get into here as well, too. Also, with that being said, I do want to say real quickly, when the news came out about this Dwayne Haskins story, Adam Schefter is a nasty sicko for the initial tweet that he put out. I don't know if you saw it or not.
I didn't see it.
I don't want to read it. I will have you look at it. I pulled it up here. But this is the initial tweet here that you're looking at here as well. Adam Schefter, who is the top-of-the-line ESPN inside reporter, dropped the ball on this one for the reporting aspect on that very insensitive tweet. He came out. He later, or quickly afterwards, getting some scrutiny for it, deleted it and edited it up. And then what the other nasty part of the thought about it was, instead of making a public apology, whether it's through Twitter, through the ESPN campaign, No, he saved his apology on his podcast. So now it was like drawing people in to hear what he had to say about it. To me, that's nasty. I don't think that should have been done. You should have apologized. As quick as you were to tweet about Dwayne Haskins the way how you did, you should have been quick enough to tweet, "Hey, my apologies on that last tweet. My bad. I dropped the ball on that one." So
yeah, that wasn't
your boy Lamar went in on him.
Oh, I didn't even see what he said.
Lamar was like, "You a grown ass man, and you got to look at yourself in the mirror after this shit." And Lamar Jackson was not happy.
No, and a lot of people weren't. I know a lot of people for sure were not happy about that tweet. Again, we're not going to read it here. Very disgusting, very nasty tweet. You want to look it up? I googled mine. You can Google yours and see what he initially wrote. We don't condone that kind of stuff around here. So, I'm looking at a topic sheet here. Who the fuck wants to talk about this?
What's up?
Juicy Smouillet.
Oh, Evan's boy Juicy?
Juicy.
Who the fuck is that?
Juicy Smouillet.
Juicy Smouillet?
Who the fuck is that?
You don't remember Jussie Smollett?
Oh. Yeah.
Juicy was, in the words of Dave Chappelle. So, I know what you're talking about. I heard it last week from a different show. I heard about this. So, all right, I'll give you a quick speed round update. Jussie Smollett was on trial.
I remember that trial for faking his own.
No. It was still going.
Yeah, it was still.
It was still going up until I believe about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So they finally sentenced him. He made a whole spectacle talking about I'm not crazy. Put his fist up in the air, old school style, like that.
Right.
And then I believe they still sentenced him to some time, right? If I'm not mistaken, Jeremy?
Yeah, 30 days.
That's all they charged him with? I thought it was more than that.
No, it was 30 days.
Okay.
I believe he's out right now.
30 days.
That wasn't shit.
But he's pleading his case that, he shouldn't have even been behind bars. Came out with a song. It was bad. It was all bad.
I don't mean to laugh, but it is funny. Like, come on, bro. Just walk away from all this right now.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
30 months felony probation.
30 months.
30 months.
Okay, not 30 days.
150 days in jail.
Yeah, so he pretty much came out with a song, pretty much saying, y'all think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Like, literally, his whole stance of what he said in court, he put in a song.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
It's not even a song. It's him just talking over a track for no reason. But apparently, if you go and purchase this track, the proceeds go to the civil court people who actually go out and help people who are wrongfully accused.
I don't have nothing for this.
I'm not buying that shit.
I don't even want to listen to it.
But
But here's the crazy thing. His Empire cast, like Taraji P. Henson, they're behind him. They want him out. Like, he sabotaged the whole show because he wanted more money. Y'all were mad at him at that point in time, but now all of a sudden...
I mean, the show was going downhill.
The show had been going down. Let's call it for what it is. But
I never watched one episode. But
you didn't miss much. Season
1 was good.
Season 1 was good. I watched probably about most of season 2, if not all of season 2. After that, I gave up, bro.
It was kind of like beating a dead horse, or
it was wash, rinse, and repeat of the same shit.
Oh, okay.
It's for those who haven't watched Empire. Spoiler alert! Here we go. Season starts off. Who is it? Taraji P. Henson's character Cookie gets out of jail, wants to get back into the music business. Mm-hmm. Her husband, estranged husband, if you will, is oh my god,
Lion.
Lucius Lyon.
Yeah.
But what's the old boy's name? Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard is Lucius Lyon.
Gotta get her out, man.
literally, it was. Literally, it was pretty much hustle. It was the TV version of Hustle and Flow. Yeah, so
cleaned up version.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Lucius Lyon wanted control of the whole company. Didn't want to give nothing to nobody. There was reports that he was going to die because of, I believe, it was Lou Gehrig's disease. And then, he's watching. He's slowly. You see him slowly build his family back together. Like, hey, I'm going to die. I want everyone to have a piece of this, right? And then to come to find out at the end of season 1, he's going to be okay. Nope, I'm ripping the family apart. It's all mine. it's all mine again, right? That's season 1. Season 2, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Let's do this again. Build the family back together. Oh no, I found some new coochie in my life. Guess what? I'm tearing this shit all apart. After 2 seasons of watching the show, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna happen.
It's kind of like, all right, come on.
That was terrible. It was like trying to add drama and music to a
Very
TV show
unnecessary.
that was unnecessary. But I gotta shout out some of the cast members in there. They did actually do a good ass job. So.
I remember the soundtracks.
The soundtrack was fire.
The first 2 seasons of the show had soundtracks, and those were pretty good. After that, I didn't really care about much after that. So
yeah, I fell off watching that shit.
All right, let's keep pushing along here. I just want to get that out the way because I'm looking at the topic sheet and I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
Juicy smoothie.
Juicy smoothie.
I thought that was a typo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, because I'm thinking like, you want to talk about Juicy J's new song?
Juicy J.
I was like, that's a long typo.
Oh no, not Juicy J.
All right.
Juicy smoothie.
Let's talk NBA here real quickly. I know you guys have it all in order, but I just got to go with what's a little bit relevant at this point in time. NBA playoff picture is set now. We had the last few rounds of the play-in. Shout out to the Atlanta Hawks for making the final cut in the Eastern Conference. And then we also have on the Western Conference the New Orleans Pelicans who finally get back into the playoffs here as well.
Trash ass Clippers.
Yeah, well, Paul George was out due to health and safety protocols, a.k.a. he got the vid again. I do want to talk about that, though, real quickly. If you guys look at that season as well, again, Paul George, due to injury, only played roughly around half the season, maybe about a quarter of the season. Kawhi Leonard, due to his injury, missed the entire season. Listen, last year was the deepest they went, made to, what was it, the Western Conference Finals? Or the semifinals, I believe? Semifinals. It's probably the deepest that they've been. Listen, man, we got to ask. I know this team is built for another 3 to 4 year run, but do we think it may be time for the Clippers to contemplate, blowing it up?
Blow it up.
Yeah.
Watch it all fall out.
You got to make some changes.
Steve Ballmer looked so disappointed in the stands yesterday. I saw some of the highlights from that as well also, and he just looked so disappointed. Literally sitting there with, strange, open eyes. Looked like it was already in defeat at that point in time. But, and I'll be honest with you here. This may be a really bad take, and I know, call me crazy, but if I am the Clippers and I'm looking at blowing up the team, my first piece I'm looking at is trading Kawhi.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
And again, people would say, why trade Kawhi, one of the best two-way players in the game? Neither one can stay healthy.
Right.
And for Kawhi, it's all about load management, about, hey, I can only play X amount of games. That's only going to get you so far. I understand you're trying to compete in the playoffs and everything, and some games may not matter, but to make the best run and have the best chance of having the most successful, you need to be on the court all the time.
Right.
So I believe, that if I'm Steve Ballmer, my first option is to trade Kawhi and see what I can get for Kawhi.
Yeah, you're not going to get much.
No, I know, I understand that because again, the contract's heavy. It was another 4-year extension that he signed just last year.
Stupid.
Now you got to trade him to a team who doesn't really need a ton of help, who can use him part time sparingly.
So you
don't
want to trade Lakers to Lakers or Lakers to Clippers?
Oh boy,
no, fuck that.
Anthony Davis to
no.
Two people who still can't stay healthy. What you need?
Hey,
blah,
listen.
I would take AD over Kawhi for the simple fact of AD has played more games in the last 2 seasons than Kawhi has. Simple fact. So AD can stay healthier.
Okay, you're looking at it from a short window. If you look at the whole aspect of it, Kawhi has technically played more games than.
Well, I'm just saying. That's why I said the last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
recently.
That's such a small sample
it's
size.
Such a small window, but you guys got to look at it. Kawhi has less points career-wise than Andrew Wiggins, but he has more championships and more Finals MVPs. So look at it that way. It's
Robert Horry. Robert
Horry is the true 007. Think about it, but
that's a good one. I like that.
So I would not take Kawhi just for the simple fact of what you're getting with Kawhi. You get the load management. He can only play. It's almost like he's a prima donna on the court. Not to say that he's not a prima donna off the court because he seems like a very humble family man.
He's nice, chill.
Right, exactly. But
he's about his business.
Right,
Literally, he's about himself.
His business, right?
AD, but that's
yeah, so I would take AD because AD is going to give it his all as much as he can while he's healthy rather than Kawhi.
Jesus mercy. All right, let's get back to these playoffs here. But yeah, that's just, I think if you're the Clippers and you're Steve Ballmer, you got to look at making some major changes here. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, getting rid of Montrezl Harrell was the worst thing you could have done. That was a good. Well, I don't know why that man keeps getting traded around like that.
No.
He just came off of 6 Man of the Year, and then you'd be like, all right.
No, we're good.
Trade to 6 man. We don't really need you.
No, we're good. All right. So with that being said, here as well. Also, let's look at the playoff picture here. Let's start off in the East. You have
Can we do predictions too?
Yes, we will do predictions. All right. So we'll start with first round in the East. Number 1 versus number 8, Miami and Atlanta. Atlanta locked in that 8th seed after beating Cleveland last night as well. Also, who do we got going this one, gentlemen? I'll take Miami, but this one I can see possibly going to a 7-game series. Believe it or not, I'll take Miami 4-3. I'll call all 7 games.
Miami 4-3.
4-3.
4-3.
We should write this down.
Jeremy, pen, paper.
I got pen or paper.
You're, all right. Evan, you got your phone or no?
See.
All right, you have a notes section?
I do.
All right.
I do.
Write this down, because I forgot Jeremy can't close his phone.
Okay.
I need to know Clint Capella's injury condition right now.
I don't even think that makes a difference. You still have Trae Young on there.
You still have Trae Young on there, but like I said, I do believe this goes 7, but I want to lean towards Atlanta.
Okay, that's not bad.
4-3.
I'm not mad at that either way, in all honesty. Like, I think, again, I know when we were talking about the Colin Hurd thing last week, he said get rid of, all these things because you don't see that many first-round upsets. This can be a first-round upset, I believe.
Could definitely be a first-round upset. I feel like Miami's going to get pushed a little too far, and then you're going to see that little explosion once again from, Jimmy Butler and everyone just lashing out at everyone. So give me Atlanta on this one, 4-3.
4-3? Okay, so I got Miami 4-3, and Jeremy is Atlanta 4-3.
Okay.
And Evan, for the first round series of Miami and Atlanta?
I like both teams, but
I'm not mad at either one.
I'm going to go Atlanta, too. I'm going to go Atlanta 4-3.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I can see this going to 7 games for sure. Next we have the 4-5. We'll do number 2. We'll go in chronological order. Number 2, Boston Celtics against number 7, Brooklyn, who clinched their spot after beating Cleveland the first time. So they locked in the 7th seed. Boston and Brooklyn. Evan, I'm going to have you go first on this one here. Boston had a very good second half of the season after the All-Star break. They were the number 1 defensive ranked team in that time frame as well. Also, again, you have Brooklyn, who has struggled but looks to kind of have their... Looks like now that Kyrie has been playing all these games, they kind of do have their swagger in. There is the possibility of Ben Simmons returning late first round, early second round as well. Also, if they make...
What noise was that?
That's the quiet.
Oh, my God.
Jeremy fucked it up for me. But,
just because I'm a Lakers fan and I hate the Celtics, I'm going Brooklyn 4-3.
Okay.
Ooh,
Jeremy,
damn.
your take on this one? 4-3 for Boston? Yeah, I can see this, but I don't.
I think it's going to be on KD and Kyrie's shoulders.
Of course.
I think Kyrie, since he's going into Boston, Kyrie's going to have a chip on his shoulder and he's going to be nasty.
He says he wants to put all that behind him, but I think
deep down, if I'm Kyrie and the Boston Celtics fans are nasty to me, I'm going in with a chip on my shoulder. I'm going to ball like I've never balled before.
You think he goes in like how he did the other year with the sage, burning the sage in?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Why you laugh, Jeremy? It happened.
I remember that. It's just funny that this stupid fool brought Sage in the...
Oh, Jesus God.
Anyway,
Brooklyn, Boston.
Brooklyn.
I gotta say Brooklyn. Brooklyn in 6.
Okay.
Give me
Brooklyn in 6?
I like the bounce back Boston has had in the second half, but as you said, I feel like there's like a new resurgence in Brooklyn with getting Kyrie back. So I think they're just gonna come out swinging this first round. So yeah.
I'm going to take Boston on this one. I will say Boston 4-2. And the only reason why I'm picking Boston is, again, yes, Brooklyn is finding their stride with each other at the right time. However, they still find themselves in holes a lot of times also, where they are competing neck and neck all the time. Boston has done a really good job since the All-Star break and, their defensive stride. They find a way to, once they're on top, they have a good way of staying ahead and staying locked in on their opponents. So I think that kind of will give Boston the edge going into this one. So I'll take Boston on this one, 4-2.
I'm not mad about that one either.
Yeah. This one's going to be good. This one is one I'm going to kind of keep my eye on as well also. We have number 3 Milwaukee versus number 6 Chicago. Chicago, again, as we talked about, great first half of the season. Again, the additions of DeMar DeRozan. You also have, again, Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and Alex Caruso there as well. That team was also number 1 team for quite some time. The East has been really good this year. I'll say it's been really competitive. But again, you have Milwaukee, the reigning, defending NBA champions here as well. Also, this one will be exciting. Jeremy, I'm going to have you go first on this one. Milwaukee, Chicago, who are you going with?
Dude, this is a toss-up. Like,
What I will say is for most of these in the East, I'm not mad at either way of how it could go.
Can it just be a draw? Can like both of them just advance?
No.
Get like a participation trophy.
I think this goes 7 all the way, but I lean slightly towards Milwaukee on this one, just slightly, because I know Chicago is going to come out there and give everything they got every single game.
I think for this series, Milwaukee will potentially lose every away game because I think that crowd in Chicago wanting to be back in the playoffs. It's been a few years since they've been there.
Yeah,
but having the energy that they've had this year, especially around DeMar DeRozan, it's a different type of energy.
It's nice. Is Lonzo still shut down for the season?
I believe still. Yeah, I believe he's still shut
and
down.
then Caruso's back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But Caruso plays good defense.
He does. So you got DeMar. It's a solid squad.
Yeah.
It's not their full capacity squad, but
Yeah.
at the same point in time, it's still a good lineup for them as well. They also have their benchman Patrick Williams as well, also who's been playing great this year too. Evan, your take on this one?
I do like the Bulls,
But it's Giannis.
but it's
Yes,
just like Milwaukee is more of a well-rounded team, and then Chicago has no way to stop Giannis. There's no way in hell you can stop Giannis.
I don't think anyone really can. But
And then if Giannis is going, I mean, you got Chris Middleton. He's kind of like hit or miss. But when Chris Middleton is on, he's on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Milwaukee. I'm gonna give Chicago a little bit more. I'm gonna say Milwaukee in 7. I
Okay.
definitely think Chicago is gonna give it its all, and it's gonna come up short. But Chicago's season is going to be very promising.
Chicago has a bright future again.
Yes.
The only thing you have to worry about if you're Chicago is what are you going to do with Zach LaVine, or what's Zach LaVine going to do with you, because he's eligible for his extension. He's got
Chicago. I'm getting him back.
You need to. You have to put everything on him to re-sign. I mean, again, you can build this team around DeMar as well. Also, again, that's because he's there for the next 4 years as well. But again, that combination of LaVine and DeRozan, phenomenal. For this one, I'm going to take Milwaukee. Also, this one I'm going to do 6 games. No, actually, I can see this one going to 7. But do I want to do that? I know I said Milwaukee can potentially lose every single game, but I think they'll pull off one on the road. Give me Milwaukee in 6. I'll take Milwaukee in 6. And then my least favorite out of the Eastern Conference, you have number 4 Philadelphia 76ers versus number 5 Toronto Raptors. To me, this is
this your sweep of the East?
my gentleman's sweep. Yeah, I call this one Sixers in 5. I think Toronto pulls out 1.
I can see that. Yeah, give me Sixers and 5 too. Like I'm sorry, Toronto.
It's not a knock on Toronto. It's
Yeah.
just I feel like that team in Philadelphia has a better, deeper team.
Mm-hmm.
And again, where this is going to fall down, I'm not even putting blame on Joel Embiid no matter what happens. My blame is going to James Harden. Because at this point in time, you have executed your way, as we mentioned over and over again. You executed your way to get into Philadelphia. Joel Embiid's numbers started to take a hit, but he's still in the contention for MVP. We know what James Harden's resume is like in the playoffs. James Harden has to show up for Embiid and for this team.
I'm going to go Philly in 6. I think Toronto's going to squeak 2 out.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1 at home, and I'm going to say that
They pull off one on the
they're
road.
going to pull off 1 on the road, and it's going to be because of a James Harden collapse. Embiid's going to do everything in his power, but his team's not going to be able to assist Embiid and getting the W. So
I'm not
I'll
mad
say
at
Philly
it.
in 6.
I'm not mad at that at
That
all.
one night he goes like 4 for 16.
Yeah, I think Harden's just going to be like, on this shit. He's going to play hero ball like he always does, and he's going to lead. I'm going to say in one game, Harden's going to have 7 turnovers, at least 7 turnovers.
Okay. Hey, it's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's part of his resume. It happens.
So, yeah.
All right, let's move on to the West now. Again, the number 1 and the number 8, as we mentioned, Phoenix Suns, best team in the NBA this year, against the number 8 New Orleans Pelicans. Evan, you want to start off with this one? Who are we going with, and how many games?
I'm going to go. My gut is to go a gentleman's sweep, but I have another gut feeling that they're going to straight up sweep them. I'll give gentleman's sweep Phoenix in 5.
I'll take the same thing, Phoenix in 5. Jeremy?
Dirty sweep. Phoenix in 4.
Damn. All right. Number 2, great, exciting, young playoff matchup here. You have the Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant in the squad, against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, and Pat Bev Light.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's just funny.
Gentlemen, who are we going with on this one here? Jeremy, I'm going to ask you to start this one off.
This one will definitely be interesting. I don't think it'll go 7. I will take Memphis in 6. But this one will be definitely really interesting to watch.
I'm excited for the young talent matchup between Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant. That's going to
Yeah.
be super
That's
exciting.
going to be
That's gonna be
nice.
cool.
That's going to be nice.
I want to see them guard each other if they can. I know Ja Morant is a guard. He's a forward, but Ja ain't scared of nobody.
No.
Ja's not scared.
Uh,
I want to see a good matchup between these two. I will give you that same thing. I will take Memphis in 6.
So,
Evan, what you thinking?
Jeremy, you got Memphis in 6, right?
Yep,
And
Memphis
then
6.
you got Memphis in 6 as well.
42.
I'm going to have to go with the status quo. I'm going to have to say this is going to be a really good series, so it's going to be a nice series, and it's going to be a good way to display all the young talent, like you said, Eric. I'm going to go Memphis in 6 as well.
Awesome. All right, Jeremy, your team is up. We have the Golden State Warriors at number 3 against the Denver Nuggets in 6. Again, Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson, back again. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry back again for the first time in about 3 years in the playoffs.
Be realistic.
Be realistic again. Draymond is still having some injury issues, but you also have the Joker pretty much making it a all eyes on him appearance as he still fights for the MVP award, even though the regular season is done. No Jamal Murray, no Michael Carter Porter Jr. either. You just have Aaron Gordon and your bench team as well. So I'll start off on this one. I'll take the Warriors, but I can see this going to 7 games.
Really?
Only because of the fact that, again, you're getting Klay back his
Curry's
rhythm.
coming back too.
Curry's coming back too as well. A couple of these guys are dealing with some injuries right now. I can see this again, playing small ball against a giant like Joker. It's not like what they did in the past, like with Cleveland. When Cleveland had when they had Kevin Love. Joker's completely different. Joker's a completely different type of big man. They're going to need some strength and need some muscle to kind of stop Joker. I can see this going in 7, but I will take Golden State on this one in 7.
Golden State in 7.
I like that.
You're going last because this is your
Oh.
team. You don't get to speak on that one just yet. Evan?
I'm inclined to pick an upset here, but I'm gonna.
I'm not mad at either one. If either one wins, I'm not mad because they're 2 great teams.
I'm gonna say Golden State in 6.
All right, Jeremy, it's your team.
As you said, playing small ball against the Joker doesn't really work out well for the Warriors because we know that's their biggest weakness. But it's the simple fact of can the Joker keep up? Can Joker and Denver keep up? So give me the Warriors in 6.
Okay. I'm calling so many 7-game series. Just I think it could be good.
Yeah, I was just like, we're always like, I didn't want to say 6 or 7 because I'm sick of calling 6 or 7 games, but we'll see.
All right, and then our middle tier matchup between the Dallas Mavericks and the Utah Jazz. Again, they've already announced Luka is going to be out for Game 1 and a strong possibility going into Game 2. And then again, you've had Utah, who last year was actually the number 1 team out in the West. Took a little bit of a hit this year. Now sitting at number 5. Haven't had much display on them. I know Donovan Mitchell was in and out of the lineup this year. Rudy Gobert is still the defensive presence that he is. Jeremy, I'm going to have you start off with this one here. Dallas and Utah, who you got in how many games?
You said Luka's out for 2 games?
I know one for sure, and there's a strong consideration he'll be out for the second game too.
That really sucks because that's going to hurt Dallas a lot.
I think so.
If he's out for 2 games, that's really going to hurt Dallas. So Utah's not going to have to do much those first 2 games if they get a big lead early on. They can rest some of the starters. Give me Utah 6, if anything.
Evan?
I agree. Utah in 6, because Luka needs help, man. It's amazing that the Mavs still keep making the playoffs, but Luka during the playoffs he needs help, and especially with him being out potentially 2 games, Utah has to take advantage. If Dallas can pull out the first 2 games, Utah is going to be in a hole and Utah is going to be out. So I'm predicting Utah in 6.
Yeah, I can't. I think either way, like again, with the possibility of Luka being out too, even if Luka was there, I think this goes further. But I still take Utah as my sleeper to kind of upset here, just for the simple fact that again, Evan, as you stated, Luka needs help. They got a nice team there, and I know Spencer Dinwiddie has helped out, but I don't think the combination of Luka and Dinwiddie gets it done against Mitchell and Gobert.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. And I know that's our first round here, but do you guys want to call finals while we're ahead here?
How many games?
For Utah and Dallas, if Luka goes out 2 games, just to be safe, I'll take Utah in 6. But if Luka's out in 2 games, I'll take Utah in 5.
Okay, that's it, fellas.
And then, do we want to call early finals appearance?
Oh,
Out in the West. I know it's tough. I feel like this is going to be really good playoffs this year.
I got Phoenix.
Phoenix out in the West.
I got Phoenix out in the West.
I know you want to say Golden State, but I know it's tough.
I'm not saying. I can't even do that. No.
What a shitty fan!
I can't even do it. They know I love them, but damn, I can't.
Sweeping everybody.
Right.
They know I love them, but damn it, I can't call that. No.
Just say it.
Can you either Phoenix or Utah?
Utah?
Yeah,
Utah?
I'm really pushing for Memphis though.
I want.
You know what though?
Memphis is my second
so
choice.
Bad.
Memphis is my.
You know what though?
choice.
Stop. Time out. I'm gonna take that from him as well. Also. No. Here's why. While John Morant is amazing, this is only John Morant first time in the playoffs. How many times have we seen Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs here? And if he gets a good enough matchup again, if somehow, some way, no, they wouldn't play each other unless it was potentially the conference.
If Utah
finals.
beats Dallas, they're facing Phoenix. Utah's not going to beat.
No.
Phoenix.
I was going to say if they were ranked a little bit lower, maybe. But like if they got 6 and we got to see Memphis and Utah, that could potentially be a different story. But no.
Right.
Would that play in there? Nah, never mind. Nah, I'll take for number 2. Yeah, it would have to either be Memphis for me. But I'm taking Phoenix coming out the West. And for the East, damn, it's hard to say it. I know Miami wants to get back there so bad, but again, Giannis is Giannis. And then again, even with the possibility of, a 76ers too, I'll take Milwaukee as my 1. I'll take 76ers as my 2. Shockingly. I think Joel Embiid's on a mission this year. Like, he wants to, like...
I'm not mad at that.
He wants it. He wants it.
If Milwaukee beats Chicago and then they face Brooklyn again,
that's going to be a good series. If Brooklyn gets there.
Yeah.
But even, again...
East is tough this year. It's very, very tough.
The East has finally gotten back to, like, strong playoff contending teams now, so...
You said, Eric, you said Milwaukee's your
Milwaukee's
first
my 1, 76ers are my 2.
I'm going to say Milwaukee is my 1.
And I love Miami, by the way, but I just think, again, Miami, Bam Adebayo versus, Joel Embiid. Sorry, Bam. That's a fucking post clinic all day long.
I know I chose Miami to win, but I want Trae Young to make it. But
and I mean, Atlanta did beat 76ers, but that was with a Ben Simmons who was scared shitless.
Yeah. I'm going to go Milwaukee as 1 and 76ers as my 2, realistically speaking.
I want to do the same, but I got to be different on this one.
No, it's okay to be the same. We can all be fucking wrong at the same time.
Give me Milwaukee as my 1 and Atlanta as my 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they did it last year. They made it to the conference finals, so I mean, it's not a terrible take, but all right, gentlemen, we have things to get to as well. Also, great NBA talk. All right, real quickly, as far as Evans Lakers go, a couple of names have been introduced as far as possible candidates. One name has been U of M basketball coach Juwan Howard. Do we think it's a good move? Yes or no?
They already shot that down.
They did?
Yeah,
Okay.
they already shot it down.
I
It's
didn't
pretty much
hear
as
that,
soon as
his wife to
his wife.
down.
Yeah. So we'll see. The names have been led to Nick Nurse.
I know LeBron said he would be ecstatic if they could bring in Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson is super slept on. That would be really nice. But who knows? I think Lakers should really take this time to not rush anything.
No, don't rush. I understand it's the off season and players want to know who their coach is going to be, but like right now, you need to be talking to every coach that's not in the playoffs right now.
Right. Yeah. Facts. Big facts.
So I'm glad Juwan Howard shut it down. I know he's already on the hot seat already as it is with Michigan, but he's still only in his second year in Michigan. He still has a lot more to do building in that culture of Michigan as well. Also, don't leave just yet just because you're on a hot roll.
Both his sons are going to be playing there too, so now it's like,
At Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You want to stick around.
Exactly.
But if he has another outburst, do you think it's time for...
Yes, if he has an outburst but still has a successful season, then yes, he needs to look at the next step in his career.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure. Because I know, I think Skip was talking about, or Shannon was talking about that, how it's a good fit for a LeBron guy to be a coach. Because again, Juwan Howard was an assistant coach in the NBA on that Miami team when they won. Mm-hmm. So there's that chemistry there as well. Also, the possibility of Mark Jackson, though, I find intriguing. I like it, but I don't at the same point in time. I like it because of the fact that, again, we all seen what he's done with that Golden State team. Got a chance, made a hell of a team there, right?
Yeah.
But that was for an organization that needed to start from the ground up. I don't know how Mark Jackson would do with a team that's already been established. Again, because you are going to have the centerpieces of LeBron there. Strong possibility Anthony Davis stays put. I know we talked about the Lakers have to look at the possibility of trading him, but again, you made all that investment to get him there. I don't think you're going to give up on him after 2 seasons. So let's just count Anthony Davis being in there. Again, you shop the market to kind of see what can you get back for him, but don't count on him leaving. I think with an established team like that, it's a completely different animal for that.
I agree. That's a good take.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. I saw a couple of things from Bleacher Report about potential Russell Westbrook trade packages. Somehow they threw the Pistons in there for Jeremy Grant because he's up for a big contract extension this year also.
That'd be a nice piece to the Lakers.
Yeah, but what about us as Pistons
fans? Wait a minute.
I don't give a shit about y'all.
I do.
Yeah, we care. Hold on, wait a minute.
I don't.
I'm not taking that deal. Sorry, I don't care. You got to give me somebody else.
We get Russ? Oh, hell no.
He said, oh, hell no. But speaking of that, part of the other trade package on there was, again, we mentioned a thing last week also, Russell Westbrook getting potentially traded to Charlotte.
Shout out to Mikal Bridges, who's never missed a game in his career.
True. But that's also Phoenix, Mikal Bridges. Are you talking about
Phoenix?
Yeah, Mikal Bridges is Phoenix. Are you talking about Miles Bridges?
Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges. And I feel bad for him. He got fined $50,000 for throwing that mouthpiece. Yeah, that was a bit extreme.
Anywho, continue. Sorry.
Westbrook potentially going to get traded to Charlotte. However, that's a lot of money, and I don't think you just give up anybody. Can you imagine a sign and trade for LaMelo Ball to the Lakers?
That would be a nice young piece. LaMelo has a nice
help.
upswing.
It could help.
Sign it because again, LaMelo's gonna have to sign his contract. He's eligible for his rookie contract extension, right? Charlotte,
Really? LaMelo
LaMelo, yeah,
already?
it's after
How
2
old is
years.
Oh,
Same thing Zion's in. They're in the same draft class.
oh wow.
So
Time
yeah,
flies, I guess.
yeah, for real.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Zion's up for it.
Yeah.
A potential sign and trade. Because again, think about it. Lamar always wanted one of his kids to be in LA. He got Lonzo there, it didn't pan out. But everyone knows LaMelo's special.
Yeah.
Can you see LaMelo potentially getting traded from Charlotte to Russell from the Hornets to the Lakers? Because that's a lot of money for Westbrook.
That is.
That's
yeah.
a lot of money, and I don't think and the
Lakers
Hornets
would
don't really
re-sign-
have anything.
Lakers should re-sign Malik Monk and a few of those bench players.
Yeah, if you can get LaMelo Ball to get there, and you have Malik Monk, Taylor Horton Tucker.
Yup. And then you have, I like Wayne Ellington. Re-sign Wayne Ellington.
He's got to do another 1 year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's getting young very quickly.
I like that. I could see that. I would do it. If
I
I'm
don't mind that
Lakers,
trade. I don't mind it.
if I'm Lakers, let's go ahead and do it.
Pursue it as much as you can.
Yeah, because they have to stop looking. I know they initially said they wanted to look at John Wall, but John Wall's another aging point guard right now, and
Yeah.
he's got consistent health issues as well. Also, all right. Staying with NBA, we have an NBA. Now I guess a former NBA player bashing the league here, and I want to see if I can find the report for that as well. The player's name is Mario Hezonja. And I know he's played for a couple different teams. I believe his latest team was the New York Knicks, and he came out with a statement saying that he will not be returning to the NBA. This is coming from my Instagram source, Sideline Sources, and it says, "I have no desire." This is coming from Mario Hezonja also. He states, "Quote: I have no desire to return to the NBA. I saw a lot of things there. I am not going to return there. I didn't get as much respect on the court as I deserved. In addition, in my opinion, basketball in the NBA is more of a show than a game." Gentlemen, I know it's kind of a brief statement here, but this has kind of been a lot of the talks from some of the international players. Some of the guys that you see, like again, you look at Ricky Rubio, who was playing in Spain for a lot of his time, and then decided to come to the NBA. He was expected to be a top, he was supposed to be an elite player just because of what he did in his Spanish career. Obviously, due to injuries as well, also that didn't pan out as well. We're looking at Luka also to kind of take the next step up, but again, a lot of international players kind of deem that where they don't get the respect they deserve. So, do you think this is going to start being a trend now, where you potentially see some of these international players walking away from the NBA and staying overseas?
Quite potentially, just because
Yeah.
I don't think they're really fully prepared and ready for what the NBA lifestyle, contains all the way. Like you come over here and you just think like, hey, we're practicing, we're out there playing, that's it. Go back to the hotel, practice, play, that's it. But no, there's a lot more that goes into this NBA world where it's like, hey, you got to make appearances, you got to show face, you got to do media, you got to do press. All the stuff that they probably weren't doing back over in their native homeland. So it's a different adjustment. I don't know if there's maybe like a class NBA can start like in putting in all these foreign players like, hey, these are some of the things that you're going to have to do once you sign this contract and you get on this team. But yeah, I could kind of see that, all these foreign players is just like, all right, 1-2 years, this was too much, I'm going back.
I can kind of see that as well. I'll agree with you on that one, Jeremy. And I think, Luka said it's harder to score overseas than it is in the NBA. So I definitely think that foreign players do not know what all is involved with being in the NBA. So I kind of see it going half and half. I don't really see the big names going back to their native homelands. I kind of see more of the
smaller names.
The smaller names kind of doing that, right? Because the smaller names obviously don't get the recognition. They don't get as great a treatment and X, Y, and Z, that sort of thing. So I think it's definitely something that we'll probably see a little bit more of in the years coming, but not major names like the Lucas and stuff.
Yeah, not the major names.
I mean, hey, unless the one major name gets pissed off bad enough, then maybe, you know. I mean, we'll see what happens with Luka in the future. Again, he's going to probably be the biggest international name thus far in recent years, but we'll see what happens there.
If he gets ejected one more time, he's like, I'm done with this.
And Eric was right. That 16 tech got rescinded.
Told you.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Told you.
Rashid is probably somewhere pissed off right now.
Like, ain't this about a bitch? Where is Rasheed Wallace nowadays? I would love to see that. All right, let's take a look here and see. New NFL signings. I believe, Evan, that's you. You want to tell us a little bit about that one? I know Stephon Gilmore just got signed to the Indianapolis Colts. I believe it was, what, a 2-year deal?
Yeah, I think it was a 2-year, $23 million deal. I'm surprised it's the Colts, because the Colts, I think it's a great signing by the Colts.
Yeah.
I think they definitely needed help on defense because the Colts is a playoff team. So it's nice to kind of see that signing happen. And then we got Sammy Watkins from the Ravens signing with the Packers, so that gives Aaron a weapon. It's a 1-year, $4 million deal. So
can I ask a question? What the hell happened to Sammy Watkins?
I don't know, man.
Sammy Watkins coming in from that draft class, I think it was, 2016 draft class?
Something like that.
He was supposed to be a top, they had him looking at like a top 10 player, and I think just after like 1 or 2 years of injuries, he's just been all over the place.
Yeah, he was on the Chiefs for a little bit, Ravens, and then he didn't start on the Chiefs.
No, he didn't start on the Chiefs.
No, Bills.
Bills, that's what it was. Yeah, he was a beast on the Bills. And then I think once he left the Bills, whoop.
Yeah, I don't know. As you guys said, it's just injuries, and then when he does play, he shows up for one game out of that whole season, balls out. After that, it's like 1-2 catches, maybe a game, if anything.
And then we got Derek Carr being extended 3-year, $121 million contract extension that includes a no-trade clause. So Las Vegas is sticking with Derek for the long haul. So
shoot, after getting Devontae, you better keep him there because they play ball together.
Yes, sir. So it's going to be pretty interesting. And then we got the draft coming up, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
And we still have signed no one notable.
The Lions just signed somebody from the Ravens a couple days ago.
Yeah, I forgot
Deshaun,
the guy's name, but
I can't think of his name.
But there's like one clip
Deshaun Elliott, sorry.
Yeah, there's one clip of him stopping Derrick Henry, and I'm like, that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and then talks with Kyler Murray and Cardinals have been stalled out, so they're saying like potential landing spots for Kyler, and Detroit was one of them, and then Jimmy G was another landing spot for Detroit. So let me ask you guys. If you had
taking Kyler.
But would you take Kyler though?
Yeah.
I would honestly I would take both. I would take Jimmy G or Kyler. But if I'm looking at a long-term healthy Lions future, you have to go all in for Kyler. You have to. Jimmy G, don't get me wrong, still a young talent, but again has a lot of injuries that has hindered his career as well. Also, a lot of hand injuries too. I believe the last major injury he had was his Achilles, if I'm not mistaken, the year after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was out for the majority of the season.
Yeah, I believe it was his Achilles or his ACL. So, I mean, he's not a mobile quarterback. You don't have to worry about him running all the time, which is good. But if I want a young talent, and I want to build my team around young talent, especially with Dan Miller and the culture that he's trying to put in there, I have to go all in for Kyler.
I would go with Kyler, too.
All in on Kyler. I just don't see Jimmy G fitting in right here.
I don't even see Jared Goff fitting in either, if I'm being honest.
Jared Goff 2.0, I guess.
I would take G over Goff.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jared and G.
Yeah, see?
And then you got Kyler.
Well, I was going to say at least Jimmy G has been to the Super Bowl, but then I guess so is Jared Goff.
But as a backup, though.
Yeah, true. All right, let's kind of take a look here and see some of the stuff that we have going on as well. Also, this was a good one here. As of, I believe it was yesterday, the 75th year anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in Major League Baseball. Again, as we look back at the history of baseball, at one point in time was a extremely predominantly white sport. Jackie Robinson, again, for those who don't know the story, again, young African-American athlete, trying to make into the major leagues. Signed at that point in time with the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then again got a lot of harassment. You know, the movie 42, which you can find on HBO Max, does a great job of kind of depicting the story.
Shout out to Chadwick
Boseman, who played the role of Jackie Robinson, and I know, oh my God, Harrison Ford played the manager as well. Also, I believe was the owner of the Brooklyn.
No, I haven't.
Dodgers.
Yeah, I need to watch that movie.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen it before or no?
No, I've seen like clips of it, but it's
Great
just
movie.
it's just
I saw it
those-
once. I've seen it
it's
once.
just one of those movies that like, oh, I'm gonna go watch that, and then
Never ended up
it's
watching
not-
it.
Don't forget to use your HBO credentials.
yeah.
It's
Cool.
there.
Good luck. Good luck.
It's there.
Thanks
So,
for the reminder.
Yeah, but gentlemen, as I say that as well, also again, I kind of want to celebrate and champion that because again, as you look at where baseball has become now, ever since Jackie Robinson's inception into baseball and getting through the color barrier, you look at how the game has changed dynamically. It's a great win for people of color, minorities if you will call it that, but I prefer people of color because again, what started off as a predominantly white sport has now transitioned into a predominantly Latino-based sport.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't be mad at that. Shout out to Jackie Robinson. Your guys' take on that as well too. Again, the transition of and I won't even call it transition, just the inception of Jackie Robinson into Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Oh,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You guys
Yeah,
fight
go
over
ahead.
it. Let's go.
Go ahead.
It's just it's great for the sport. I love it when I love to report on these types of stories where the barriers get broken and good things like this happen because I think everyone of color deserves a fair chance at everything. It's their country just as much as it is anybody else's. So it's nice that we still celebrate it 75 years later.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. I know 75 years, long time coming. I know the Major League Baseball isn't perfect, but they're making changes as much as they can. This is definitely one of the things that color barrier breaking is just heartwarming to me
To be proud of. Yeah.
To be proud of this moment and just to have that every year, like when this comes up, like I believe all the players wear 42.
Yep.
When they're out there on the field. So, like, just seeing that, it's proud for me, being an African American, just to see those players out there wearing this number, celebrating this man for all that he's done, because he went through some shit in his life
Yeah, he did.
to get to be able to play Major League Baseball at a professional level. So, once again, hats off.
I couldn't even fathom going through what he went through during that time. I could not. I don't have the will like he had to go through to being a professional athlete, and especially on the Brooklyn Dodgers, and to go through that time period. That was back in, if I'm doing my math correctly, that was back in the 40s and 50s.
Yes.
During the 50s, during the 50s, and it's if you really think about it, like we said, 75 years ago, that's not too long ago.
Less than 100 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, and as a Latino, seeing the way how the sport has changed as well, also, and seeing, again, Latino players from all over the place, again, Central America, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Mexico, everywhere across the world, shit's beautiful to me, man. That shit is beautiful. Speaking of baseball, I need to give a major, major round of applause to our old boss, Roger Rogelio Castillo, for those who don't know Roger has worked very hard on his professional broadcasting and baseball career as well. Also, Roger signed a deal with a major broadcasting company, Woodward Sports. He is officially going to be calling the Tigers games and working with them on their broadcasting of Tigers baseball there. So shout out to Roger. Again, job well done to Roger. Helped us lay the foundation here for our show. Very inspirational for us running our show the way how we do right now. So again, shout out to Roger for inking that again. 10 years of hard work and dedication. I know it's just one of those things. Again, Roger is, won't put Roger's age out there, but Roger's a little bit on around the same age frame as us, a little bit older. But it just shows the inspiration of, again, never giving up on your dreams. Stick to what you are firmly believing in, and it can be done at any point in time. Success, what you deem to be a successful turn of events, can happen at any point in time. So shout out to Roger. Jeremy, I know you've worked under Roger as well. Also, anything you want to say to Roger on behalf of Roger's newest career path?
No, I'm just proud of him, man. Congratulations. I know this is a big leap from, just doing it small style to now on this larger scale, but he has the talent, he has the drive, he has the passion for it above all else. And as you said, never give up on your dreams. If you're passionate about something, continue on. Keep going. Keep pushing forward. I always remember this quote from The Rock where he says, don't spend 8 hours working for someone else to go home and not work on your own dreams. So that's the one that just sticks with me all the time.
Evan, I know you've met Roger a couple times. You haven't had a chance to fully work with him the way how we have, but you have at least got to meet him and see what he's about. Anything you want to say to Roger on that aspect?
Congratulations, man. That's a huge deal. It's as you guys mentioned, you guys kind of hit every nail on the head. So congratulations to Roger, and it's very inspiring that someone that we know has inked a major deal with a major company. So it just kind of reaffirms that if you guys just, put your head down, continue to grind, work hard, and be humble, good things can happen.
I'm calling next. I'm calling my shot next.
Calling it.
Damn, I missed this one too. But more sad news. Gilbert Gottfried, comedian and probably one of the most recognizable voices in the 90s for any cartoon show, even former voice of the Aflac Duck. Passed away as well, also at the age of 67, I believe, during this week as well. Also, I'm not exactly sure I know it was caused of death due to a sickness.
He had a few health,
just some health issues.
Yeah, and it just obviously took him. And it was the voice of the parrot in Aladdin. What was that?
Iago.
Yeah.
That's for me. That's the most recognizable role because you have that distinct voice. It was perfect for Iago.
There was a picture my brother sent me of a picture from Aladdin where Genie is holding Iago, and it says, "Oh, after many years, they're reunited again." Because again, Robin Williams.
My God.
Robin Williams was the voice of Genie, and now you have Gilbert Gottfried as Iago, now passing away. Again, the Aflac Duck. When Aflac first came around, Aflac. That was Gilbert Gottfried as well. Also, got into a little bit of trouble for some things that he said during a comedy show, and they Affleck got rid of their partnership. But again, one of the most recognizable voices from the 90s. I mean, you heard his voice, you knew
who that was.
You knew who you were dealing
There's no
with.
escaping it.
No.
There's no escaping it.
So again, I want to give another moment of silence for Gilbert Gottfried as well and his family also. All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for that as well. All right. Jeremy's got some topics here, music related. I mean, we're only an hour and 10 minutes in, but, we got a little bit of a quick show here today. So, Jeremy, if you want to get into some of your music topics here, you have another sad anniversary, but you also have some music questions that I think are going to be pretty interesting here. So, why don't you start us off here? What are we looking at today?
Well, let's get this sad news.
You guys and all this sad shit I got to report on today.
Yeah. This year is the 16th anniversary of Proof from D12 passing away. So, shout outs to his family. I know M is still a little hurt from the whole situation, even still, but man, 16 years. It's been a while.
It's a long time.
Been a while. But along to some happy stuff, I found some music topics that I think were at least
somewhat passionate about.
That's, up there. So one of them was, what album do you think would have done major numbers in the streaming era?
It's hard to answer that question because, again, when you look at what the marketing campaigns were back in the day versus what they are what they are as of today versus back then, it's really tough to kind of say which one would have done well. Because, again, everything was about record sales, right? Mm-hmm. Streaming is now a digital thing. Younger kids nowadays understand the digital concept probably a little bit better than what we do. I think we have a good gist of it, but we don't fully understand it. People in the generation under us probably get it a hell of a lot better than what we do. But if I had to think of at least one album, I don't know why. I feel like 50 Cent The Massacre stands out to me. I think The Massacre could have done. I think 50 Cent is if 50 Cent was 50 Cent in today's time, knowing how the internet works now, because again, 50 Cent was a was a media troll as well also.
Mm-hmm.
So now that trolling is a major thing or a cultural thing now, I think 50 could have done pretty well with streaming. I don't know about Get Rich or Die Trying. While it's an iconic classic album,
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have done well for the streaming age. But looking at the success of Get Rich and Die Trying and then seeing the results of that, I can see The Massacre being a well-streamed album.
Okay. Have you thinking anything?
An album that would have done well in streaming times. I got like 2 albums that pop up, but I'm trying to think of the state of rap.
Then versus now?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Now.
Like,
So
yeah,
it's
it's tough.
It's tough because like Tupac, All Eyes on Me, that probably like that would have been a huge album. But for now, it's the drill type music, so that's more the gangster rap. So maybe that wouldn't have taken too well. Oh, that one's tough. Yeah. The other one would probably be the Slim Shady LP. That probably would have been another good one.
See, I thought you were going to say the Eminem Show. Because while the Eminem Show is probably Eminem's biggest Billboard album, I feel like that one probably could have done pretty well. Because
that's another good one too. This one's difficult because of the way
the times of it. Yeah,
the times of it now. So, I will say, yeah.
Eminem Show.
Eminem Show.
Okay.
I had 2 in mind, and I went like super old school with both of mine.
And that's fine too.
Yeah. So I went like back in the crates. I picked Michael Jackson's Thriller album.
I think that could have done well. Yeah, because I'm thinking more or less strictly hip hop albums.
Yeah.
But
And then I also picked Big's Ready to Die.
I think that one still does numbers. I think
Does it still?
I think that one still does some numbers for streaming as well, and even though that's an older album. But Thriller, I'm not mad at that one. That one's not bad. Go ahead.
Usher's Confessions.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Oh,
That would
yeah.
have been another good one too.
If we're thinking outside the box like that, yeah. Oh my God, I literally just had one from another R&B group. Shit, I just brain farted. TLC's debut album, or at least one of the albums that they had, the one that had No Scrubs.
Fan Mail.
Yeah, I think that one probably would have done pretty well.
People still talk about No Scrubs and
Oh
Waterfalls
yeah,
till
we
this
still
day.
talk about that.
Waterfalls, No Scrubs. Yeah, they all would have. Man,
What about Dr. Dre's The Chronic? Do you think that would have been
2001 or
it's hard. It's hard to
The
say.
original?
It's hard to say. Again, it's a iconic classic album, no matter how you look at it. But for that one in particular, just because again, I'm trying to think of like streaming, like white America more or less has quick access to streaming now. And again, if we're looking at the time frame of when that comes out, streaming is probably going to be a white America easy access first than it is, impoverished communities. I'll say that much. So I don't think that does that well off rip. I think it's got potential to do something like that once you get into an even playing field. But other than that, I don't think you have anything on that aspect.
What about NWA's album?
That definitely would have did numbers.
I think so, and especially in today's controversial times.
Oh,
and
yeah.
days,
Straight Outta Compton,
Straight Outta Compton,
yeah.
like that would have been like, finger would have been on the pulse with that album.
Yeah, that one I could see doing that as well. Also, oh my God.
I like how at the beginning we're like, that's tough. Now we're just like ripping them off.
I know.
I won't say an album, but I'll say an artist. I think Prince would have had an opportunity to be a well streamed artist.
I think so too.
Yeah. I don't hate that. Yeah.
No, it's not a bad one. Oh wait a minute, I got one.
Oh
Did
boy.
you remember?
Not the one I was gonna say. No,
Okay.
but streaming, White America, NSYNC has a chance to be a highly streamed artist group. Backstreet boy bands, 90's boy bands back in the day. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was an NSYNC fan.
God. Yeah, I was
Britney
in
Spears.
too.
All the fucking pop artists like back in the day.
Oh yeah, boy bands would have killed it with streaming. Yeah.
Yes.
Just because there were so many of them.
Yeah, like you had One Direction and then BTS and all these other
Boy bands.
bands. Yeah, and all these boy bands. NSYNC would have like
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys would have
Like
smoked.
Leo.
They would have smoked.
They would have lived.
98 Degrees, Old Town.
Hold on, relax. I don't know about
98 degrees in O Town were like.
They were like
second
tier.
tier.
They were like the redheaded stepchildren, especially O Town.
They were fucking 2-hit wonders. Relax. Calm down.
They're like, oh, we're a boy band. Be like, y'all are a boy band? Okay, what's up, NSYNC?
Right, exactly. Sorry, yeah, NSYNC and Backstreet come around for that concert tour. I don't care who you are. You wanted to go to that show.
Yeah, O Town would have been opening up for NSYNC.
Of course.
Backstreet
But speaking of 2-hit wonders,
oh God,
this is a question that kind of got me fired up because I got a bunch of these artists. But what rap artist do you think right now is completely irrelevant even after dropping a major hit?
Fetty Wap.
that's not a bad one. I mean, he's had some legal issues, but that's
Fetty Wap was first one that comes to mind.
who's irrelevant even after dropping a major hit, or a major hit or major album.
We'll go major hit.
Oh my God.
And even if they dropped a second album with a nice hit on it, you could add it too. But like, who's just completely irrelevant right now? Because I have a ton of these people.
pop some of them off. Go for it.
Mims.
Yeah, this is why I'm hot.
Yep.
Yep. Mims was one of them.
Mano.
Mano's got something. Yeah, he's more or less like. Some people try to put him in like the underground hip hop category now.
Yeah.
You guys remember The Pack?
No. What
Got
was the
my
song?
On, but they look like Snake.
Get the
Kids.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
What about that one that? What was the song? Who did the Cat Daddy?
That was. I was just about to say.
That wasn't the Pack.
No, it wasn't The Pack. What was those people?
I can't remember.
I'm about to look it up.
But all those guys who do like those dance songs, then like they're one hit wonders.
Rejects.
The Rejects.
Yes.
You guys remember
sometimes
Ali?
who?
Ali from the St. Lunatics?
Oh, from like Gip and Ali.
No, like remember the St.
I remember the St. Lunatics, yeah.
And how they like broke up and did their little solo albums. Murphy Lee.
Murphy
Ali.
Lee. Yeah.
Murphy Lee is another one.
Yeah, Murphy Lee. I hate to say this name, but Asher Roth.
Yeah.
Mike Posner.
He's got some. He still had some stuff,
right
but
now.
yeah, he's kind of. If I have these guys, if I be like, you know who I am? No, get the
No.
fuck out of the way.
Charles Hamilton.
Charles Hamilton. What song did he do?
He didn't even put out an album. He just had mixtapes, bro.
Oh Jesus God!
But he was like on the freshman cover of Double XL and was like the next big thing to blow, and then nothing happened.
A lot of those guys, man. I don't know. See, that's a pretty good one. Like, because you can you just think about it as well too. Like, you don't want to just do the one hit wonders. Like, oh my God, there was one guy.
I have several more too. So bad.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are just one hit wonders. So it's like even if you see him, you wouldn't recognize them. I mean,
Rich Boy.
Rich Boy 79.
Rich Boy was one of them.
Oh, Duro. Does anybody remember Duro?
Yep.
Ice Cream Paint Job.
Yeah, that was another one. But he's a DJ too, if I'm not mistaken.
He put out the remix, and then that was it.
That remix was fire.
That remix was fire, but
Who was on the remix again?
Diddy, Mano, Shawty Low. and Yo
Hello. Yeah, Yo
Jim
Gotti.
Jones was on there, I think.
No, I know
JD.
Jim Jones.
Gotti. Jim Jones was on the Rich Boy remix of
Yes,
Those D's.
Those
He was.
D's. Yeah. DJ Unk.
Oh, God.
Now walk it out. Now walk it
We
out.
had another one. What was after it?
Two Step.
Yeah, that was a little quick 2-hit wonder.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean those are some good ones there as well. Also, but
Would you guys go back and actually listen to any of these albums?
no.
The individual songs? Yes.
No, I'm talking about the whole album.
No.
Some of them maybe, but not all of them. Not all of them.
You couldn't do it.
I don't think I could.
That's like nowadays, bro. Like I said, like even with some of the newer stuff, I had listened to small segments of newer music, and there's a lot of older shit that I go to. Like even at my job, we play like we have a playlist for that's work appropriate for 2000s R&B. Man, some of like those old school Jasmine Sullivan songs come on. I wish there would be more Chris Brown from early 2000s, but apparently that's not work appropriate. I don't know why he wasn't cussing and
No.
Yeah, he
beating
wasn't doing
people
anything
up
terrible in
right
2000.
in the early 2000s. No. Wall to Wall.
Breezy.
That was another good one.
Yeah,
There's a whole bunch of little songs like that, so I don't know.
but what's some older stuff that we're listening to right now? I know we got into this topic before we got on mic, but yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick intermission here, real quick. You guys, if you guys want to talk about that, so we can pick up on our previous Summer 16.
Summer 16.
I'm looking through The Dream.
The Dream.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
He's still on features.
Yeah, he's on a lot of features.
I was about to say it, but like
Damn, I missed The Dream.
he has some bangers.
His first album, I remember, was
it Love
best.
Hate?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Love Hate. Like him with that purple.
Oh yeah,
Coda,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
That one I remember so well. It was like, yo, this was a fire.
Mhm.
Shawty is shit.
No, you did.
I remember. Oh
Damn.
man. Who else is on that list?
I'm really trying to think. I'm really trying to look through this right here.
It's another Dream.
Dream.
Christina Milian, what is she doing nowadays?
Dip it low.
She had that one, but then I don't think she really had anything else after that.
No.
R&B wise, Marion had a big push. After
Huey. Pop, lock, and drop it. R.I.P.
Oh. Cute.
Yep. Pop, lock, and drop it.
Oh
Pop,
yeah.
lock, and drop it.
All I remember was Bow Wow was on a remix.
Was it?
Yeah, did you hear the remix of Pop, Lock, and Drop It?
No, I don't. I think I actually did. Yet. Gnarls Barkley, Crazy. I don't think he was a one-hit wonder, but you don't hear much from here.
I don't think he was a one-hit wonder. I think he was bigger more with Goody Mob and Outkast back in the day. So
Yeah, I just looked up, one-hit wonders of the 2000s. So.
now his solo stuff isn't really doing that great.
Who?
Gnarls Barkley.
Oh yeah. Well, Gnarls Barkley was the group. CeeLo Green and wasn't he Quiet Mouse?
Oh yeah.
D4L. Shake that lappy dappy.
Well, I think one of the members passed away. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the members passed away. All right.
Cassie.
Yeah. Cassie had a couple hits, and that was about
Hurricane
it.
Chris.
Hey, baby.
Kevin
Hey,
Little.
baby. Listen, that Kevin Little song,
Oh wait, yeah,
banger,
it still slaps,
but
man.
it still gets sampled though. So I don't care what no one says. Kevin Little may be a one-hit wonder, but that boy's song went off.
Yep.
Fucking shit. All right, so we were talking music here a little while ago, a little bit off the air, and we were talking about the meme that was going around because the weather was so nice here in Michigan a couple days ago.
For one day.
It was like 2. Relax.
Yeah,
It got to
it was like 2 or 3. Yeah.
no, definitely more like 1.5. It rained the second half of the day, but the weather was nice, and the meme started floating around that the weather got people feeling like it was about to be a Summer 16 Drake song, right? So we started going through the meme here, and we were kind of recollecting on like some of the songs that came out. So you had the Rihanna and Drake track "Work." You had Drake Summer 16 dropping the freestyle.
That was hard.
That was a good freestyle. What else was on that little package there? This one Views came out.
Views, yep.
So Controlla was on there.
One Dance.
Oh. And by the way, Controlla, the way how it got flipped when Drake did it and Tory Lanez did it, I ain't mad at either version of that. Tory was coming out at that point in time. So gentlemen, I kind of want to ask you, and we were talking about a little bit here as well, is it safe to say that 2016 Drake can be considered prime Drake? With the features he was on, let me pull up some songs here and see what we
Yeah,
get
you
going
gotta
on.
pull up some extra songs. So I'm like,
First off, my finger typing is correct.
it's like
Drake.
what else was he on back in?
Not 2065. All right, let's take a look here and see. Drake 2016 songs. One Dance, Child's Play. This is all stuff from Views. Too Good. Work.
Yep.
Feel No Ways. This is all stuff.
Western
Pop
Road.
style.
A lot of these are from his
Yeah, it's all pretty much
from his
Views.
album. For Free, the DJ Khaled one.
Oh.
Grammys. Let's see. 2 Birds, 1 Stone. 4 p.m. in Calabasas. Let's see. First off, I asked for Drake, not
Where is
Designer.
Tory Lanez and all this?
Say it.
Okay. Oh, Tuesday? Squad going.
Up on a Tuesday.
Nobody flipping packs now.
Is that dude still around?
You had that one other song that I've been waiting with like Fall Out Boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do remember that. Yeah,
that was that's another one hit wonder
For sure.
Oh, two hit.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Scroll down, see if they actually have
top 10 Drake. Oh, but that's a YouTube video.
what.
Is the most played song in 2016?
One
Dance by Drake.
Yeah.
Go figure. Took a pill in Ibiza.
That's like Mike Poser.
Most popular songs in 2016. Drake's best year ever. All right, here we go. This is what I want to see right here. Let's take a look here. This thing wants to load up. Please, no advertisements here.
Okay, work.
Yep, March 5th came out. Work. That goes number 1. Drake's released his 4th album, Views. That debuts at number 1. Drake earns first number 1 record as lead artist with One Dance. Drake hosts Saturday Night Live. 9 nominations from 2016. Kicks off a Summer 16 tour of Future. Was there for that one.
Well,
Let's see. September 15th, Drake and Khaled's collaboration for Free goes platinum. October 18th, One Dance becomes Spotify's most streamed song ever. Drake announces More Life on October 23rd.
Trash.
Shatters Michael Jackson's record of 13 American Music Award nominations. First off, who the fuck told you to pop up right here?
upper right, yep.
No, wait, this one.
Hey, oh look, there's Rihanna and ASAP.
Let's. Oh my god.
Views with quadruple platinum.
Woo! Woo! Alright, so this is 8 months after releasing Views. Drake's landmark album pushed its way to quadruple platinum status. December 6th, Drake receives 8 nominations for the Grammys of 2017. Drake opens his 3rd OVO flagship store in New York City. And then December 27th, Drake ties Lil Wayne for most 100 hit songs amongst the soloists. What a year for Drake in 2016.
Yeah, good ass year, damn.
Yeah, that's a great year.
I can't even complain on that, man.
I think it's safe to say that 2016 is officially prime Drake, or if not, that's at least entry level prime.
Yeah, that's like, I don't think you could beat that.
No.
Going through all those highlights. Yeah, I tried looking for some of the songs. Let's see. Trying to see what they have here.
I don't know if any artist could really truly even match that same year.
No,
not
it's
even.
going to be super hard. Okay, so let's see. This is all song orders in alphabetical order. Can I put them in chronological order?
10 bands.
This is 2014, 0 to 100 / the catch
Oh, when you dropped that surprise mixtape, everybody lost their shit.
Yeah. 10 bands was 2015, 305 to My City. That was Nothing Was the Same.
I think a lot, yeah, I think.
A lot of it is 2015, 2013. Okay, so maybe that's like when you get entry level, but 2016 officially like.
Back to Back was in 2015?
Yep. Back to Back was 2015. That was the whole Meek Mill thing. Let's see. Yeah, we're just kind of going through some shit here right now. I'm trying to see. 2016, Child's Play.
That Views. It's going to be all Views,
Yeah.
I think, for 2016.
Views pretty much kind of like cemented it. It's not. I don't think it's a. Do you define Views as a classic album? On a personal basis, yes, I understand.
Yes, personal basis, yes.
But now looking at it from that aspect,
I think it is.
you may have to. You
I
may
think
have
so.
to look at Views as a classic album.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, when you look at what, again, just reading that Billboard article of what happened all in 2016 and the year that he had,
It's going to be.
yeah, that's pretty deep. I can't. D4L freestyle. That was that dark tape demo or some shit. Yeah, that. You want to talk about a worse mixtape? That was bad. I didn't care.
Really bad.
I didn't even go back and listen to that one at all.
No.
Feel no way. Yeah, 2016 did it. 2016 Drake was that. So
Was prime.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. Man, damn.
Anything else we need to talk about? Anything? Easter's on Sunday. So, you guys got any plans for Easter coming up? Family, food, friends?
Going to the in-laws and stuff in my face.
What are you guys having?
I don't know. Her grandma's making it, so
Oh, shit.
it's that Italian food. So I'm gonna be in coma tomorrow.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we won't hear from Evan for a couple of days.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll be asleep. I'll be asleep.
Jeremy, what about you? You got plans or anything for Easter?
Nothing big. I'm just going over to Mom's house. She's cooking, so like normal, Easter Sunday. All right, cool.
What about you?
Church on Sunday, and then what are we doing? Probably going over to my brother's house. He usually hosts the family events, and then we usually get something like we pick up chicken from like Kroger or someplace, and everyone kind of contributes to like a dessert or something along those lines. So,
like a little potluck.
Yeah, kind of. Little shindig.
Have you guys ever had crumble cookies?
I have not.
Trash ass cookies.
They're not some trash ass cookies.
Those are trash ass cookies.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Those are trash ass cookies.
You're a trash ass cookie.
Go to Insomnia.
Insomnia
slap, but the closest one here is like Ann Arbor.
You scared to drive?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking driving far when there's a fucking crumble cookies right over here in Livonia.
Oversized big ass cookies is stale as fuck.
You're stale as fuck. Fuck you.
I ain't never seen two grown ass men fight about cookies.
I got so hurt by that.
Well, if you ever do venture out, there is, I believe, there's another big cookie shop out in Ferndale that gets a lot of credit. I forget what it's called. I know I went there a few years ago with my fiance. I went and got a haircut. One of the places I went to was out in Ferndale. The guy who I used to see had a booth out in Ferndale, and right across the street was the cookie shop. Oh my God, what is it called?
It's gonna bug you.
It is. It's gonna be one of those things. Ferndale.
Can't believe you love crumble cookies.
Crumble cookies is good.
No, they are not.
What is wrong with you?
No, they are not.
You're a fool.
Oh, it's literally the Detroit Cookie Company is what it's called.
That's another good one. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I've been to
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's right over on
That's a good
Woodward.
one. Yeah, Woodward
Yep.
and Ferndale.
And
Yeah. That one's really good too. A little pricey, but those cookies are fucking sensational. That's the one time I can. That's the one time I can say it. One time out of my whole career.
That's never.
It's dying.
Going to die.
It's
No,
dying.
it's not. It's
No,
not gonna die.
with our group of friends, it's never going to die.
We're gonna keep this shit up.
We're gonna keep this shit up.
There's an event coming up that I'm hosting in a couple weeks. If I hear any of you motherfuckers say it, you'll die on the spot.
I'm gonna have to talk to
No,
you guys about
no.
that.
Don't do it. Don't do
I
it.
need y'all to do. I need y'all to do it.
What if we print out some big like future fat heads that say has a little word bubble that says sensation?
When we get our own studio, I will allow you to plaster that on the wall.
I'm printing out like a fucking fat head. I'm plastering that shit on the fucking wall.
If we ever get our own studio, which I know you and I have talked about possibly selling in the works here, yes, you can plaster that on the wall.
That's funny as hell.
It's gonna be sensational.
Oh my God, I hate you all so much. Is it time to go home yet? Actually, I think it is.
It is.
I think it is that time. Hold on one second here. Let me get this thing queued up.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.
That's right, folks. It's over. That is going to do it for this week's episode of Speak Your Piece. Again, coming to you live from Cave Radio Broadcasting, crbradio.com. And again, of course, as always, make sure you're following us on our social media platforms, facebook.com, Instagram at the handle Speak Your Piece 313. And again, make sure you're following us and watching our YouTube videos as well. Also, we want to, again, appreciate you all each and every week for hanging out with us and listening to us as well. Also, most importantly of all, peace! Don't do it. I cut the mic off.